Another type of annotation you can put into a scene is evidence. To go to the evidence room, touch on the touchpad of the left controller and navigate to the evidence room icon and press down. This is the evidence room. There are two types of evidence. There is point cloud and meshes. You can interact with the evidence. The grip buttons on the side of the controller can be pressed down to pick up the evidence. Move the controller into the evidence and squeeze the grip button. Keep the buttons pressed down. When you release the buttons, the evidence will snap back to its original position. If you want to place a piece of evidence in the scene, grab the evidence by squeezing down on the grip buttons. With your left hand, bring up the menu and press down on the evidence icon again, keeping the right hand gripped. This will take you back to the scene, and now you have the evidence in your hand. If you were to release the grip controller, the evidence will fall to the ground. You can pick the evidence back up in the same way by moving into the evidence and squeezing the grip button. You can place evidence in the scene by pressing the trigger with the grip buttons pressed. If I wanted to place this evidence on the car trunk, I would move it over to the trunk, squeeze the trigger, and then release the grip buttons. To add another piece of evidence into the scene, with the left controller, navigate back to the evidence room. Grab the piece of evidence by moving into it and squeezing the grip buttons. And then with the grip buttons pressed, navigate back to the scene. To resize a piece of evidence, take the left controller, place it inside the evidence and squeeze the grip buttons. To enlarge, pull the controllers apart, and to shrink, push them together. You can then place the evidence in the scene just as before by moving the evidence to the desired position and squeezing the trigger, and only then releasing the grip buttons.